Hi guys, I can see myself here, so I hope I am already visible to you. As usual, trying to check things. Right, I got the signal from Martina, so I can go now. And we can start. Welcome. Well, good afternoon on Friday afternoon. Welcome to our webinar. As usual on Fridays, I'm here to talk to you about Angloville things or stuff, should I say, or all the aspects about Angloville programs or anything you want to know. Every other Friday we'll have a Q&A session, and this is the reminder which I do every Friday at the beginning of each session. When I talk about, just to let you know that every other Friday I will have a Q&A session, and every other Friday there are themed webinars during which I talk, like today, about the TEFL. You know that already. Like 2 weeks ago I was talking about the CELTA, and in 2 weeks I will be talking most probably about what to do in between the program. So if you have a week off in your schedule. So well, my name is Agnieszka Nodier, and I have been with Angloville for quite a long time, and I have a pleasure to present to you anything or everything I know about the Angloville programs, and spend some time with you on the afternoon, Friday afternoon. I can see that I have a few of you already, so maybe we can start. Let me just quickly check what I've got here first. And as you know, I will be talking today about the Anglo-TEFL. So, well, 2 weeks ago, as I already told you, I was talking about the Anglo-TEFL, the CELTA course, CELTA course, which we offer if you'd like to become a teacher of English as a foreign language. And we've had actually questions about the CELTA from you guys, from those who have already volunteered with us, also from our new volunteers, or maybe someone who just came across Angloville and the CELTA opportunity. We wanted, so first of all, a lot of you has already showed interest in joining us at the CELTA, for the CELTA course, signing up and wanting to complete the CELTA course and become a teacher. Now, a lot of you actually ask questions. So, what if I don't know if I want to be a teacher? What if I'm not sure if this is the path I want to take? I do love teaching. I can speak English. I know I can use it. Especially right now, a lot of people in this current situation use up the fact that they are native speakers of English, and they can have conversations and they can spend time with people, maybe online, sometimes in person, sometimes it's possible in person, but mostly online. Now, well, unfortunately, you won't be able just to try CELTA, so pay for CELTA and complete, let's say, a half of the course, maybe 2 weeks, and when you realize after 2 weeks that this is not what you want to do, then you will say, okay, I want my money back. That it's not possible. If you sign up to the CELTA course, you will have to complete it fully. Now, there is, however, another thing that we have to offer. Now, before I carry on, I just wanted to say that this is why whenever we talk to you during the interview, the volunteers interview, we will always ask these questions. So what would you like to do? Would you like to become a teacher? Why actually have you decided to contact us and join us and sign up to our programs? And sometimes you say, I just want to volunteer. Sometimes you say, I want to visit places. I want to see as much as possible. I have a bucket list and I want to tick off all the places, all the capitals in Europe. Or I love helping and I love volunteering and I love spending time with people, so that's what I want to do, and I don't want anything else. Now, a lot of you will say, in fact, I was searching for the ESL opportunities. In fact, I came across your website because I wanted to become a teacher, and that's where we come as, I will say, educational center. I have to say that when we help you actually achieve your dreams. So in during the last years, I would say, I have seen Angloville changing their way or growing. I'm not afraid of using that word as well. So we started as an organization organizing camps for kids, juniors and adults, wanting you to help students improve their English. You know, the people would come and they would be very shy when speaking English and they would need your support and help. But now we are actually going towards the direction when we realize, and I think that's not the end of our path, but at this point we realize that we actually can help you guys as well if you want to become teachers. And this is the CELTA course that we offer, and the AngloTEFL scholarship. And well, I put here this is the scholarship that may change your life, and I believe that you can change your life, and I will tell you about that in a second. Okay, so now maybe let's talk about the TEFL and what the TEFL is and what does it mean. So you can see here that TEFL is teaching English as a foreign language, and I've listed a few courses which actually mean exactly the same. So teaching English to speakers of other languages, or teaching English as a second language, and then you have CELTA, which is a certificate in English language teaching, and it's also a branch of a TEFL, which is awarded by a specific institution. Now, all these courses, so any of the courses you decide to attend and complete, will prepare you to teach English as a foreign language. They may have a different structure, but they will all exactly the same. Okay, so on completion on all these courses, you will have a certificate which will prove that you can teach English as a foreign language. Also, it will give you some ideas about the way of teaching and what you need to do. I will be talking about it as well, so do not worry. Okay, so let's now talk about the Angloville way. So you definitely know, I have already told you that we have AngloTEFL. So we had TEFL course we offer, and we call it an AngloTEFL scholarship. And we always say that this is an opportunity to become a TEFL qualified teacher. Why I have decided to say the Angloville way? Well, first of all, it's a little bit different from other courses offered online. Because we have two components of the TEFL scholarship, not the TEFL course, but the TEFL scholarship. You will have the online course, and you'll have a teaching practice. And why it differs from other courses, and what makes it different from other courses is the teaching practice. The teaching practice is what you will actually also get when you sign up to the CELTA. But now, I'm talking about the TEFL, a different type of a course, yet we still offer the teaching practice. The teaching practice is when you join us as a volunteer and teach English during the Angloville programs. I am not sure, and maybe you can leave that in a comment section so I can have a look once I'm done with that webinar. I don't know how many of you have already volunteered with Angloville, or maybe this is the first time you decided to join us or join me here today and listen about the TEFL scholarship. So I can tell you a little bit about the teaching practice a little bit later, once I think I'm done with the online course part. I really think with the TEFL and the TEFL course and the TEFL scholarship, at the moment it's actually more important if I talk about the online course first of all. So it's a level 3 TEFL certificate. There are other levels, higher levels, when you learn and study for a little bit longer. But the level 3 TEFL course, 120 hours, perfectly enough if you want to start teaching, if you want to, let's say, go to Vietnam or China. I know people who have completed the TEFL course with us, and they spend a year in Vietnam. And in fact, there was one of the volunteers that I coordinated. She was a kids volunteer, and Jessie, she was a primary school teacher in England. She decided to join Angloville, complete the TEFL course, and then she took a year off, I think maybe I can call it that way, and she went to Vietnam and spent a year there. And I found out about that through her friend who then joined us as a volunteer, also completed the TEFL course, and she was talking about Jessie. Now, another thing, another important fact about the TEFL course, it's the fact that it's accredited. And first of all, you have a training qualification UK, then the Office of Qualifications and Examinations Regulation, and Accreditation Council for Distance Learning. With the Office of Qualifications and Examinations Regulation, it's the office that recognizes awarding organizations, and only recognized awarding organizations can offer regulated qualifications. And this is what we offer, the TEFL qualification. Also, you will have 90 days to complete the whole online course at your own pace. So you can start and complete it straight away, or maybe you can take your time. It's about 3 months. Maybe, I guess it depends on your studying style. Maybe you can decide if you can start it at the beginning, straight away and complete it, or maybe you can take some time and complete it a little bit later. There is an extension. You can send us an email and ask for an extension. There's a fee, so if you haven't got time to complete it, or maybe if you were doing something else in the meantime, let us know and we will try to help you so you can definitely complete the whole course. Okay. Also, you get a support of qualified tutors. So once you get access to the online course, which, as I said, you complete at your own pace, you can always contact the professional trainers, professional tutors. They are based in Ireland, and they will be happy to help you to if you have any doubts, if there's a problem, if there's something you don't understand, or if there is a technical problem with the course, which obviously we don't want it to happen, but it does happen from time to time, then they will help. Now, I wanted to tell you a little bit more about the teaching practice. So when you are in the process of making that big decision, and by a big decision I mean choosing the package. So you have a question, right? Okay. So 1, 2, 3 programs, more programs. How does it work? Will I be happy? Do I have energy? Maybe this is not for me. We usually tell you try with 1 week if you are not sure. But if you are thinking of completing the Anglo-TEFL scholarship, we will always say 3 weeks. 3 weeks is actually the number of programs that our volunteers will choose anyway. I mean, the majority of our volunteers that will choose a 3-week package. For many, honestly, many reasons. So they will say, I love traveling and I want to complete 3 weeks in 3 different cities or 3 different countries. That's possible. I talked about that in my previous webinars. Some of you will say, the more people I meet, the better for me. And at one program, maybe I'll meet someone from Australia. At another program, there won't be Australians, there will be people from New Zealand. And that also happens. Another thing, the longer you stay at the program, the more programs you complete, the better practice you get. So just polish your skills. Also, you will have a chance to meet teachers from all over the world. So I'm not talking just about other volunteers, other mentors, but also teachers, people who have experience working as teachers, people who have knowledge and they have different methods or they apply different techniques. You know, like everyone has its own way. Angloville has its way of helping you achieve your dreams and completing the TEFL course, or getting the TEFL qualification, and I'm pretty sure all of you can bring something else. So that's just getting building your network, and you will get some new ideas from other people, from other volunteers. So the longer you stay, the more benefits you will get. Okay, and there we are. So let's move on. Let's move on to the online course. And well, for me, what I'm doing right now is like a tiny break. So when I was preparing for that webinar and I was thinking, okay, we will be talking about the online course, and I already can hear you saying, no, I don't want any more online courses, I'm done, okay? All this remote working, all the home offices, and I've had enough. Also, sometimes it's great to work from home, sometimes, and that's what I only read. I wrote an article yesterday on a Polish, some of the Polish websites, that the lady was asked to sign an agreement. She won't be cleaning and cooking while working from home, and she felt that they didn't trust her. So, you know, working from home or online learning and studying and working online may not be the best thing. But now look at that from a different perspective. That not necessarily has to be difficult. It can be fun as well. So while searching and preparing, I thought about the memes which were related to the current situation and home office. And I think the number one quote for 2020 was "You on mute," which whenever we have that conferences in Poland as well, we will always use that. But we will not say "you on mute," but we will say like in Ponglish. So we'll combine these two words. But I also came across a conference called Bingo, which actually shows that the conference call not necessarily has to be boring, and you can find fun in it. And I really believe that the same way you can look at the TEFL course. So even if you have to complete it online, you will do it whenever you can. So imagine you don't have to get up in the morning, go to school, and you don't even have to dress up. All you have to do is sit in front of a computer, read, complete some tasks, also complete a course after a module. I'll talk about the components of the course in a second as well. So this is why I think that it really doesn't matter that the course is online if you think that's not necessarily the best thing right now. Okay, and let's go to the TEFL online courses and what we do and how it works. So you already know that the online course is a part of the TEFL scholarship, and well, how it works. So first of all, when we have a chat with you over the phone, and when we ask you if you'd like to complete the TEFL course, if you are thinking of becoming a teacher as a foreign language, and we'll say, okay, there's a TEFL scholarship which you can complete. Now, there is another question which I have already mentioned: how many weeks? And we say, okay, 3 weeks is the best length of your stay with us. And then we go to, once you pick the package of 3 weeks, we will ask you to pay the deposit. This is how it works, and then we'll send you the code to your online account. Use that code, log into your account, and then you can start completing your course. Now, how much time do you need? So you have 90 days, but honestly, you can complete that course within a weekend. I had in 2017 an American retired volunteer who got the course on Friday, Thursday afternoon, Polish time, and on Sunday afternoon evening I got an email saying that, hey, I've just finished my TEFL course. So it's possible. I don't think I have ever experienced anything like that since, but I'm giving you this like as an example. Now, there are 10 modules during the course, so maybe a module a day. It all depends on your study style. Now, I actually wanted to tell you that I have a son. He's 9 years old, and sometimes he wants to read, sometimes he doesn't. And we have a way, by we I say I have a way of making him read whenever he has to prepare for school, and we'll say, okay, read 10 pages a day, every day, and this is called Leon's way, and this is the way I use myself sometimes if I have a book which I want to finish, but I'm not very passionate about that book, and I don't feel like I want to read it all the time. So anything that works with you, as long as you complete it within 90 days. Sorry. Now, the requirements and fluency in English and degree. So first of all, good news is you don't need to have a degree if you would like to complete or if you would like to teach English as a foreign language. So if you want to have a TEFL certificate, you don't need to have a degree. And there are countries like Poland or Spain where a degree is not needed. Let's say you are just at the beginning of a career, you're very young, and you don't know what to do. Well, the good thing maybe just try the TEFL course, complete it with us, and then travel for a year. And then you're traveling, and you can realize if you want to do it like for a long time, or if you want to teach for a year when you have a gap year before going to university. That's a really good thing. Fluency in English, you don't need to be an English native speaker to complete the TEFL course. I have myself, because I'm thinking maybe when I'm older I will travel and teach English to little kids, because that's my thing, working with kids. But I'll see. Well, at least I have the TEFL course completed, and now I can consider what my options for the future. Okay, so I hope that's clear. Now, what you will learn about. So you can see I put here English language and the history. So there are 10 modules, and there's a 10-question test after each module. If you think that you may not pass that test, don't worry. There's more than one attempt. Also, all the questions in each test are related to the materials in the course, in the module. And there is a 70-page ebook, which you can have a look whenever you have any doubts, which our volunteers or trainees find quite useful. And you can use that book for the future reference whenever you need to brush up, or maybe you forget something when you become a teacher, when you already teach English as a foreign language. Now, as I said, so English language teaching, now there will be the role of the teacher, organizing and managing learning. I'm sorry, I don't remember that by heart, so I'll read that for you. Then teaching grammar, teaching vocabulary, teaching pronunciation, receptive skills, productive skills, teaching English for different purposes, and from course to classroom, which is quite important. Sometimes we offer teaching English online as a like another module, but differs from time to time. It's not always available. Quite useful, I would say, nowadays when the whole teaching transfer to move to the internet, and when we do everything online, or almost everything online. Now, I also put here the usage throughout the years, and I remember reading about how much that the view on English or its impact on other cultures and other languages has changed throughout the years as well. So these are the things that you will be learning through during the course. Now, another thing that I just wanted to briefly mention is that if you speak English, you can teach it. Now, of course, if you would like to spend years on teaching English, and if you would like to teach in a classroom or groups or at language schools, you will have to know the grammar and how to teach grammar. But sometimes there are people who just want to converse, so who say, well, I think I know grammar, I don't need it right now, or maybe I'm at a point in my life where I feel like I'm stuck because I cannot communicate. So I have all my knowledge from school, and now I need to start using it, and that's when the conversations come very handy. And this is when you could step in, and when you could start helping. Just maybe have some research, maybe check what people, I'm talking about students, need, talk to others, and that's what you can talk about during our programs as well. See what's actually more worth, whether that's having a conversation or concentrating on teaching grammar. Maybe you like grammar, maybe you remember grammar from primary and high school, and maybe you just love having a chat and you are a very chatty person. Anything, as long as you find a field where you feel comfortable. Right, okay, so I think that's what I wanted to say here. Let me just quickly have a look. Right, okay. Now, another thing, the next point I wanted to discuss is the benefits of becoming a TEFL certified teacher. So you can see personal and professional benefits. And on the personal level, I would say you will learn how to study. So you will be actually your own boss, and you will have to regulate maybe your day, or maybe your routine, maybe you'll have to change something or adjust. And you might find that change very useful for future, or if you want to teach English. And then you have to organize your time. Sometimes there are teachers who travel from school to school, and then you have to organize that yourself and you schedule yourself. Now, friendship, and by friendship I mean the TEFL scholarship in a whole. So not just the online course, but signing up to our TEFL scholarship, because you will be joining our programs, and during our programs or at our programs you will definitely meet people and you will make friendship. Opening up horizons, so stepping out of your comfort zone, that's what happens at our programs, and being a part of someone's growth. So checking at other people, your students, and just simply being proud, seeing that they change and they glow, and how proud they are in themselves when they achieve something. And when they say, hey, I can actually answer the phone in English and I'm not scared. Or I can go to the restaurant, I can order a meal and I'm still not scared because I feel so confident now. And that's your role. This is you helping them. So this will be your personal benefit, being confident and proud of yourself. Professional benefits, I know I named only two: starting a new career and improving your resume. But I have been talking about the changes in your life anyway when you sign up to the TEFL scholarship. So throughout the whole today's webinar, so I thought maybe that was not worth mentioning, putting more bullet points. Now I will be talking about the benefits anyway in the next slide. But there's another last thing I wanted to mention here. It's a backup plan, and my cheese is gone. There is a book which I read. So let me just say that I spent years in England, and then I came back to Poland, which wasn't planned. I didn't plan coming back to Poland. It just happened, and I will have to tell you, it wasn't an easy comeback, and it was I had a very difficult time, and for a year I wasn't sure whether coming back to Poland was a great decision. Although this is what I have always wanted, or had always wanted, and. I joined a group of Polish people who were, I think, immigrants again, because when you emigrate to another country and then come back home, that's actually not coming back, but emigrating from your previous country, and that's how it's called. And we were talking during that meetings about a book. Who moved my book? Dr. Spencer, and it's about how changes are inevitable in your life and how you have to, you don't have to maybe, but you should be aware that this will happen. And I wasn't prepared for anything then, but I think since then I have learned that you need to have a backup plan. Anything may happen, anything unexpected. I will not be talking about the book. I'm pretty sure that it's quite famous, so I'm pretty sure a lot of you have heard about that. But I just wanted to say that it's very important to remember that the change is here and it will be here all the time. And if you don't watch out for that, one day you will wake up and your cheese will be gone. And then it will be difficult, and then you will have to get your strength and then see what I can do now. And while I'm saying that having a TEFL certificate might be a backup plan, so I do have people out over the phone whenever I talk to you guys about the volunteering with us, and I'm saying, hey, I know that you may want to be a lawyer, that was quite disrespectful, sorry. So I say, I know that you want to be a lawyer, okay, and that's great that you want to be a lawyer, but sometime in the future, things may change. Why not? If you're volunteering with us for 3 weeks, why not getting the TEFL certificate anyway? Because first of all, you will be with us practicing teaching English. Secondly, you'll get a certificate in your email, in your mailbox, straight away once you've completed the course. And then if you don't want to use it now, no problem at all, but you can use it in the future. And this is why I say that the backup plan is a very important thing. Okay, I'm going now to the next one, and I will be talking about the benefits very briefly. So you have new job and networking, and that's on a professional level. That's getting an additional income, Also, you can work as few hours as you want or as many hours as you want. You can treat it as a main job, being a teacher, or you can have it as a additional income. You can work in international schools, or maybe you can just travel and in the meantime teach English, so you don't have to spend so much money on traveling because you'll be earning that money while traveling anyway. Networking, if teaching is your career and if that's what you want to do, join us at these programs, meet professionals, professional teachers at the Angloville programs, and maybe understand the industry better. And on the personal level, travel and long-lasting friendships. Well, traveling, of course you are aware of that already, what we do and how we offer these programs when we want to enjoy your stay, your meals, staying in the three-star hotels. But long-lasting friendships, well, get invited to a wedding of your fellow volunteers. This is actually a true story. Well, I was a coordinator at a camp in Hungary, and there was a couple a year after, I think a year later, when I was talking to another volunteer who was a participant then, she told me, Tatiana told me, well, these two guys actually got married, and I'm here in Europe because I got invited to the wedding of these two guys. So, well, it does actually happens. And I'm pretty sure they still stay in touch and they meet from time to time. So that's what you can get if you join us as a volunteer and complete the TEFL course. Now, how much does it cost? You do know that you can choose 1, 2 or 3 programs. And when I say one program, that is 1 week, starting on a Sunday morning, finishing on Saturday afternoon or Friday afternoon. And you will will ask you to get the access to the online course for 215 euro. With 2 programs, that will be 115 euros, and with the 3 programs, there will be just a deposit. There is no fee, there's no payment to complete the course and become a TEFL qualified. And why? Well, we do understand that you are coming to volunteer with us because you like helping and you want to help others. Because you are a native speaker and you just want to spend time with us, and then you say, hey, I'm happy the way it works, I don't want anything in exchange, I'm happy to be able to spend time at the hotel, have my meals paid for and teach others. But we look at it from a different perspective and we say, you will be spending 3 weeks with us. This is, maybe you are a student or you are on holiday, but sometimes you will take some time off work to volunteer, and you will be spending 3 weeks with us, having a chat, talking to others, and we just want to say thank you. So this is the way, and I think this is the easiest way to compliment you for being with us, and we want you to make sure that what you are doing here, we see, we acknowledge, and we want to say thanks. So for the access to the online course, and when you complete 3 Angloville programs, all we do is you will have to send us the 89 euro deposit, and you get a refund of 50 euro once you've completed the programs. When you join us as a regular volunteer, you would need to pay the deposit anyway. It's refundable. The refund is then 79 euro. But in case of the TEFL course, there are some bank transfers, administrative fees when they're contacting the offices and sending the documents is involved. So all you invest in your TEFL is 39 euro instead of a 300 to 400 euros. So I always say, why not? You are volunteering with us for 3 weeks. Why not? And I think that's what you may consider. Now, going slowly to the end of the today's webinar, AngloTEFL summary, very, very shortly. First of all, it's a 120-hour accredited online training, which you do on your own, at your own pace, and you have 90 days to complete the course. Also, there are 10 teaching modules with a lesson plan. During these modules, you'll be studying English and how to teach and how to behave in certain situations. Also, there are videos which are created by the tutors, professional TEFL trainers, and in these videos, I have seen them myself, of course, there are some ideas of how to deal, what to do. If anything bad happens, fingers crossed it won't happen, but you will have to be prepared for that. Anyway, now we also offer a letter of reference for online teaching, and you will get from 80 to 240 hours of real life teaching experience with Angloville. So that's from 1 week to 3 weeks. Also, we offer an opportunity to teach English in China and Hong Kong. So if you are already a TEFL qualified teacher with Angloville or not with Angloville, you can always contact us and let us know. I have seen that we have started that already. It was postponed for some time because of COVID-19, but I have seen that we have already started working on that. And teaching is not just a job, it's an attitude. And I really believe that when we say our mentors, our native speakers and our volunteers, we always say I am our mentors. And well, it just means a lot to us that you are a mentor, you are an advisor, and you come here to make sure that your students grow and they develop and they change. So be supportive and patient, be a good listener, praise your students. That's very important, to praise people for their good work, and in a way I think shape their minds. You will be coming from other countries, you will be talking to junior kids and adults who maybe have never been to, let's say, New Zealand or Australia. I've never been there. So talking to you guys about your country, your traditions, and your views on certain things, and how you, as a nation, you behave and what you believe in, it's a great experience. And that's what I love about the TEFL scholarship. It's the fact that we can be together and we can share whatever we love doing. Okay, now let me just quickly have a look at the, let me just check if you can see me. Not yet. Should be alright now. And I am now looking at our top fan. Hi. I'm so glad you're here. You were the first one to be here. Great. Okay, so I'm just now looking at the questions and I'm trying to answer your questions in the comment section. So Alex, you are interested in doing the Malta summer program this year. Is likely to be on the program list this year? Of course. I mean, unless the borders get closed and no one can fly to Malta, then definitely yes. I think we have already started organizing that, and we are in touch with the hotel in Malta. So definitely contact your recruiter, your agent, and reserve your spot. If we don't offer that yet, because I haven't checked the system, although I know that we will have programs there, then just stay in touch with your recruiter and contact us from time to time. And if it's already on our website, in our calendar, straight away contact your recruiter and let them know that you are happy to be signed up. Okay, Mike, do I have to do a TEFL course if I have already have it done? No, you do not. If you would like to join us as a volunteer, and just let us know. If you have already been in touch with your recruiter, then of course they will help you sign up to the program. If you are a teacher thinking of being a full-time teacher, you may consider other options. It's always best to get in touch with us. I've mentioned during this webinar the let me quickly think, opportunities in China and Hong Kong. So that's what we offer. Right? Oh, I remember how to pronounce your name. Hi, it's nice to see you here again. I let Ian, I think, know that you were interested in the Egypt program. So I hope he helped you and have already signed you up to that program. Okay. Christine, hello.